He smiled and looked straight at Qin Yan, saying this isn't what you asked for. Why did he reach out to lift Qin Yan's chin? With a deep meaning, he continued. I've fulfilled your request. You should also keep your promise. Qin Yan turned his face away, avoiding the other person's hand. He asked for marriage just to buy some time, because he knew Da Gia wouldn't agree to this engagement. But why did everything turn out like this? Da Longhan curved his lips into a dazzling smile, so much so that it didn't suit his face at all. Surprised, why, or maybe you just never thought about marrying me, you were just teasing me. Qin Yan couldn't dare to look him in the eye. He stammered, no, that's not it. Da Longhan pulled Qin Yan closer. Come on, smile, I don't want that expression on the registration form. Qin Yan still felt it was really unreal. He had looked forward to this day so much before, yet when that day came, he couldn't even be happy. In his mind, Qin Yan kept repeating the question, am I really getting married to Da Longhan? Finally, he was carried inside the registration office by Da Longhan. As soon as they reached the door, the staff was already waiting outside to greet them. He had heard about Da Longhan getting engaged to an Omega. Why did he bring an Alpha here today? Seeing the other person's face, Da Longhan coldly shot him a glance. The guy immediately shrank back, quickly leading them inside to complete the procedures. When asked for identification, Qin Yan awkwardly said he had forgotten it back home, but Da Longhan directly took his documents and handed them to the guy. Qin Yan couldn't hide his surprise as he looked at him. Da Longhan calmly said, if I've agreed to marry you, then of course I will prepare all the necessary paperwork. Hearing this, Qin Yan felt even more dazed. Could it be that he really wanted to marry him? Is this really a dream? Qin Yan realized that Da Longhan didn't seem like the same person as before. Could it be that he wasn't as detestable as Qin Yan thought? Qin Yan laughed at his own pettiness. Clearly he had been hurt by that person time and time again. Yet he couldn't refuse Da Longhan, refuse a family that Da Longhan was preparing to bring to him. The stamp was neatly placed on the wedding photo, and Qin Yan trembled as he received the marriage certificate for the two of them. Qin Yan felt it was completely unreal. So they were married now. What? Da Longhan leaned close to Qin Yan's ear and whispered, tonight, can I mark you? Agree to let him mark you. Totally unexpected, while they were being intimate, they heard the news that Cam Due was pregnant. Ever since he held the marriage certificate with Da Longhan in his hands, Qin Yan felt like he was on cloud 9. He really married Da Longhan, right? Or is this just a dream? Will he have his own family from now on? After returning to the villa, Da Longhan instructed the butler to prepare a feast to celebrate, even choosing dishes based on Qin Yan's taste. Qin Yan looked at the wedding egg in his hand, suddenly remembering something. He hurried upstairs, carefully storing the wedding egg away. Something so important must be kept safe. Even though he had put it inside the packaging, Qin Yan still gazed at it longingly, not wanting to take his eyes off it. He hoped that from now on, every day would be as wonderful as today. He couldn't see. Can I mark you? Agree to let him mark you. Totally didn't expect that while the two were getting it on, they would hear the news that Cam Due is pregnant. Ever since holding that marriage certificate with Da Longhan in hand, it felt like he was floating on cloud 9. Did he really marry Da Longhan? Or is this just a dream? Will he actually have a family of his own? After returning to the villa, Da Longhan immediately instructed the butler to prepare a feast to celebrate, choosing dishes based on Qin Yan's taste. Qin Yan looked at the wedding ring in his hand, suddenly remembering something. He hurriedly went upstairs, carefully putting the ring away. Something so important must be kept safe. Even though it was already wrapped in the envelope, Qin Yan still couldn't help but gaze at it, not wanting to look away, hoping that from now on, every day will be as good as today, not seeing. Where could Qin Yan be? Da Longhan went to find him, and finally spotted him on the balcony of his bedroom. Da Longhan couldn't help but marvel at Qin Yan's tall and slender figure. After all these years, his body and looks seemed unchanged. He still had that stunning appearance that had captivated him back in the day. Da Longhan gently approached Qin Yan and took his hand. With his hand resting on the railing, he softly leaned in and asked Qin Yan if he was happy. Qin Yan just blushed and didn't respond. Da Longhan lifted Qin Yan's chin and placed a kiss on it, decisively declaring that from this day on, he was his wife. Naturally, I love you. This was the phrase Qin Yan had been waiting for a long time. The two of them shared a lingering kiss. The bright light of the new day made Qin Yan realize he couldn't remember the last time he received such a gentle kiss from Da Longhan. Da Longhan at that moment made him feel as if they were falling in love all over again. He wondered if they had returned to how they used to be. No, he had found his first love again. After the kiss ended, Da Longhan spoke up to express his true desire. Naturally, today I can inject the pheromone catalyst for you. Qin Yan, hearing this, suspiciously asked what the pheromone catalyst was. Why do we need to inject that? Da Longhan put on a pitiful look and said, Tonight is our wedding night. Shouldn't you let me mark you? Kinyan hesitated at his words. Da Lung-han was right. His sensitive phase wasn't fixed, and if he used the catalyst, it could quickly enhance his sensitivity. Just as Da Lung-han said, the wedding night was really important, and he also longed to be marked by him. He noticed the hesitation in Kinyan's eyes. Da Lung-han assured him, I swear I will cherish you. This really made Kinyan waver. Then he chose to trust Da Lung-han once more as night fell. Just as he said, Da Lung-han brought the pheromone catalyst to the bedroom and personally injected it into Kinyan very quickly. The pheromone began to take effect in Kinyan, surging out, and he looked beautiful, trying to suppress his desires. Da Lung-han couldn't hold back anymore and directly pushed him down onto the bed. Da Lung-han gently coaxed him, just hold on a little, I have to mark you now. Hearing this, Kinyan nervously gripped the edge of the bed, exposing his delicate body to his gaze. Just as Da Lung-han was about to bite down, the phone rang. The sudden interruption made Da Lung-han unhappy, but since Kinyan urged him to answer, he reluctantly picked up the phone. What's going on? On the other end, a panicked voice reported, Da Tio, something has happened. The young madam is bleeding. The young master has fallen. The doctor says there's a possibility of a miscarriage. Da Tio, you need to come here quickly. The words hit Kinyan like a bucket of cold water. He opened his eyes wide in disbelief, looking at Da Lung-han, who was going to take care of his lover and their unborn child, leaving him in the middle of his heat. What will you do? Da Lung-han received the news about Cam Due's pregnancy. The situation didn't seem optimistic, so he ignored Kinyan, who was in heat on the bed and wanted to rush to the hospital. He instructed his assistant to invite the best doctor to treat Cam Due because Da Lung-han took this very seriously. The cold water splashed directly onto Kinyan, making him wide-eyed in disbelief. Looking towards Da Lung-han, Cam Due is pregnant and going to take care of his lover and their soon-to-be-born child, leaving you in the middle of a heat. What will you do? Da Lung-han received the news that Cam Due was pregnant, and the situation didn't look good, so he ignored Kinyan, who was in heat on the bed, wanting to run to the hospital. He instructed his assistant to invite the best doctor to treat Cam Due, because Da Lung-han takes this very seriously. The child in Cam Due's belly is there, because he knows that as long as there's an heir, he can give Kinyan a future. Out in the open, Kinyan stared blankly at Da Lung-han, anxiously listening to the phone. This is the first time he's seen Da Lung-han worry about someone so much, but that someone isn't him. Kinyan smiled bitterly, laughing while tears fell. Just 10 minutes ago, he felt like the happiest person in the world, but now his husband has run off to take care of his lover. But when he thought of that marriage certificate, Kinyan suddenly realized they are legally married. The marriage he's longed for has finally come true, and he won't allow Da Lung-han to treat their marriage so casually. With that thought, Kinyan got out of bed and grabbed the name, hand reaching for Da Lung-han's car keys. He called out for him not to go. Da Lung-han tried to soothe him. Cam Due fell, and right now, the baby might not be okay. He has to go check on them. Can you sleep alone tonight? Kinyan was startled, his lips trembling. Your child. Da Lung-han knows Kinyan misunderstood, but time is tight, he can't. Explain everything to Kinyan right now. It's not what you think. I'll explain everything when I get back. As he spoke, he brushed Kinyan's hand away. Kinyan watched Da Lung-han's retreating back, unwilling to accept why. He's already his husband, but still. He shouted, Da Lung-han, I'm still in a sensitive period. Da Lung-han's hand paused on the door, but thinking about the baby being the key to maintaining his marriage with Kinyan, he couldn't afford to lose it. It took him so long to marry Kinyan. He can't let this ruin their marriage. In the end, Da Lung-han still opened the door and left. As he walked away, he suppressed his emotions, reminding himself that the division of importance is just Kinyan's sensitivity. Come on, just hold on a little longer. Watching the cold door close in front of him, Kinyan stood there dazed for a while. Hold on a little longer. Da Lung-han could say such cruel things to him. Kinyan felt like he was being toyed with by Da Lung-han over and over again. He pushed him into despair, then pulled him back up, giving him hope. But every time Kinyan tried to bravely trust him, that cycle repeated. How many times has it been? Why can't he break free from what's called Da Lung-han's love? Kinyan reached out and slapped himself. Kinyan, you're such a despicable coward. How long are you going to stay naive? Da Lung-han doesn't love you at all. Kinyan kept slapping himself, the sharp sound echoing in the cold villa, stabbing at his heart. Kinyan, Da Lung-han doesn't love you even a little bit. If he did, why would he mark Cam Due to make her pregnant and leave you in a sensitive period? Kinyan hit himself until his cheeks were swollen. He reminded himself to wake up. Inside the maternity hospital, Cam Due lay weakly in bed, hearing the doctor report the unfavorable condition of the baby. The doctor, chosen by Kam Due, was an alpha named Ngo Ngan. Due to technical reasons, plus the fact that the baby wasn't too healthy back then, he needed to receive treatment early like this. Hearing that, Kam Due frowned. I don't care. Whatever it takes, I must keep it. At the maternity hospital, Kam Due lay weakly in bed, hearing the doctor report the unfavorable condition of the baby. The doctor chosen by Kam Due was an alpha named Ngui Ngan. Due to technical reasons, plus the fact that he wasn't too healthy back then, he needed to receive treatment early like this. Hearing that, Kam Due frowned. I don't care, use any method. I just need to receive treatment early like this. Hearing that, Kam frowned. I don't care, I'll use whatever method it takes. Ngo Ngan, hearing this, became tense, adjusting his glasses. This is my priority. I plan to try my best. And right now there's a way. But it's kinda dangerous using Alpha's blood to comfort the pregnant Omega, to stabilize the body. Hearing this, Kam felt uneasy and asked if that meant Da Long Han would not be recognized as his child, right? The doctor reassured him that although it was dangerous, theoretically it shouldn't be a concern, since there are many genetic similarities among relatives, so using Da Long Han's blood wouldn't cause rejection. Ngo Ngan patted Kam's shoulder and continued, plus there's still 8 months until the birth, so by then Kam's plan should be all set. Hearing this, Kam let out a sigh of relief, saying that by then, Da Jia would be his forever, kept in his pocket. He thought life would be perfect with the one he loved. But who knew that on his wedding night, he would find out that the man who just became his husband had a child with someone else. Not only that, but he was also left all alone on their wedding night. Outside, the rain poured heavily, thunder and lightning tearing through the night. Inside the honeymoon suite, Qin Yen was alone, painfully battling his heat, his mind hazy as he lay on the bed, feeling hot and uncomfortable. In his unclear state, he heard Da Long Han whispering in his ear, "With me by your side, I will make you the happiest person in the world." That man knelt down, holding his hand, promising that they would marry, and he would be his rightful other half. "You are the only one in my world." That man wanted him to transform from an alpha into an omega, using that as an excuse for them to be together. Qin Yen resisted helplessly, but in the blink of an eye, after taking everything from him, he shattered his trust and turned him into an omega. The person who once spoke those sweet words turned cold. "Qin Yen, what do you think you are? To me, you're just a toy." The discomfort in his heart and the heat surged like a tide, engulfing Qin Yen. He desperately struggled, wanting to use the pain to regain some clarity. Qin Yen was like a moth to a flame, crazily banging against the bed frame, fresh blood flowing from his forehead, yet he seemed unaware of the pain as he hurt himself. Outside the door, a maid sensed something was off and wanted to check, but as soon as she touched the doorknob, someone stopped her. "I advise you not to meddle." The other person, with a hint of disdain, said that Da Tiu didn't even like him. Otherwise, why would he leave him alone on their wedding night to be with Kam? The maid hesitated upon hearing this, but before she could do anything, she was pulled away. She thought Da Long Han injected Qin Yen with stimulants, then left to punish him, feeling that Qin Yen was just pretending to gain sympathy, so it was best to just leave him be. Inside the room, on the bed, and around the cabinet, there were bloodstains from Qin Yen everywhere. At this moment, Qin Yen sat on the cold floor, hugging himself. He couldn't take it anymore, but no matter how much he begged, there was no one to respond. Qin Yen felt weak. Just as he touched the doorknob, someone else stopped him. "I advise you not to meddle." The maid seemed worried, saying that the young lady seems very uncomfortable, and I'm going to bring the suppressants to the young master. Hearing this, that person showed disdain, saying that Da Long Han didn't like him in the first place. Otherwise, why would he leave him on their wedding night to go to Kam Due? The maid hesitated upon hearing this, but leave it to him. Hearing that, the other person sneered and said that he didn't like him, otherwise why would he leave him? "I left on our wedding night to go to Kam's place, right?" The maid heard this and hesitated a bit, but before she could do anything, she was pulled away. She thought that Da Long Han injected stimulants into Qin Yen. After that, leaving was to punish him, and she felt that Qin Yen was just pretending to gain sympathy. Going is to punish you, and she also felt that Qin Yen was pretending to gain sympathy. So it's best to just ignore him like that. Inside the room, on the bed, around the cabinet, all were stained with Qin Yen's blood. At this moment, Qin Yen was sitting on the cold floor. The cupboard was all smeared with Qin Yen's blood. At this moment, Qin Yen was sitting on the cold floor, hugging himself. He couldn't take it anymore, but no matter how much he begged, there was no one to respond. Qin Yen was weak. Leaning against the wall to stand up, he staggered down the stairs looking for help but couldn't even make it. A few steps ahead, the scene below became blurry, and Qin Yen fell down the stairs. Unconscious in the hospital, Kam Due was explaining to Da Lang Han why he fell. Da Lang Han was too lazy to listen, just reminding Kam Due to be more careful, not knowing why he felt so uneasy. Was something really wrong? Why did he see Da Lang Han distractedly looking at the clock? Kam Due thought resentfully. He wanted to leave already. Did Da Lang Han not want to be by his side that much? As he thought this, he brought up the discussion he had with the doctor to keep Da Lang Han from leaving, because he knew this kid was super important too. Da Lang Han. Kam Due held Da Lang Han's hand. Da Thiu, can you stay with me for a bit? The doctor said the first time an alpha is beside it, it will be healthier. Although he hated it, right now Da Lang Han had to wait for the heir of the Dot family to be born so that his father wouldn't interfere with his and Kinian's matters anymore. Da Lang Han suppressed his disgust, placing a hand on Kam Due's shoulder. I promise I'll come back to visit you often, but today, there's really an urgent matter. Just let the servant take care of you. After saying that, Da Lang Han stood up. Kam Due weakly clung to him. Where are you going? At least tell me. Hearing that, Da Lang Han impatiently reminded him, when did my matters become your concern? Take care of yourself. Leave. Don't let this happen again today. If something happens to the heir, don't think you can live in peace. After saying that, he directly pushed the door open, and Da Lang Han hadn't gone far when he bumped into the two people he least wanted to see. Not knowing who reported the news, Da Lang Han's parents had also rushed to the hospital, and as soon as they saw him trying to leave, his mother scolded him. Do you know? Being pregnant is a big deal. Why didn't you tell the family beforehand? Da Lang Han briefly explained his situation. I just found out not long ago. After this, he would pay attention. Seeing him wanting to leave, his mother pushed Da Lang Han back into the hospital room. Hurry up, stay by Kam Due's side. As soon as he saw Da Lang Han's mother arrive, Kam Due put on a submissive and gentle look, saying, Auntie, if Da Thiu has work, let him go. Men prioritize their careers. I'm fine. Sure enough, this green tea act. Won over Da Fu Nun, she pushed Da Lang Han to sit beside the hospital bed, regardless of any matters. We'll deal with it later. Wait until Thiu Due sleeps, then you can leave the hospital. After instructing her son, she turned to talk to Kam Due. What could be so important that you run around all day? Nothing is more important than you. Da Lang Han was impatient, but with his mother here, he had no choice but to reluctantly agree. In the end, Da Lang Han sat, waiting in the hospital room until morning, thinking he could finally go home, but as soon as he stepped out the door, he received a slap. You rebellious son, how could you hide this from your father? Mother registered the marriage with Qi Nian. Are you crazy? How can you not cry anymore? He could only laugh, laughing at the affection Da Lang Han had for him, laughing at his shamelessness. How ridiculous that they had just been married for a day. The pity that Da Lang Han had for him made him laugh at his shamelessness. It's ridiculous that they just got married a day ago. Yes, Lang Han wants you to take care of Kam's heir and his child that was mentioned earlier, after a night of keeping watch by the sickbed. Finally, Lang Han could leave here to return to Qi Nian, but as soon as he stepped outside, he got slapped hard. It was a blow to his father's face. With a fiery rage, he questioned him about the marriage registration. Lang Han calmly admitted CERN how he got hurt like that. Lang Han sat down on the sofa, hugging Qi Nian. Just as he was about to explain what happened last night, Qi Nian interrupted him, looking seriously. He looked at Lang Han, his gaze cold as ashes, saying, Lang Han, let's get a divorce. Lang Han was in disbelief. He stared at Qi Nian, shocked. What did you just say? Lang Han even thought he was hallucinating from not sleeping all night. Then Qi Nian reiterated, I said we should get a divorce. I don't want to live like this for even a day. Lang Han's hand on Qi Nian's shoulder tightened. He wouldn't allow this to happen. Lang Han shouted, What are you talking about? We just got married yesterday. I can explain what happened last night. Do you really need to do this? Hearing this, Qi Nian smirked. He laughed self-deprecatingly. How can you say such things so eloquently? Do you think marriage is just a childish game? How can you marry someone who has a child with someone else? He pushed Lang Han away. We're married now. Shouldn't there be loyalty after marriage? After saying that, Qi Nian stood up, wanting to leave. Lang Han, feeling anxious, grabbed Qi Nian's arm, explaining that he didn't even touch him. I just need someone to inherit to shut my dad up. Qi Nian didn't want to hear any of this, shaking Lang Han off. Unexpectedly, Lang Han wouldn't give up. He hugged Qi Nian from behind. Aren't you doing this because... Da Lang Han anxiously grabbed Qi Nian's arm, explaining that he didn't touch him, he just needed someone to inherit to shut his dad up. Qi Nian was too lazy to listen to his words, pushing Da Lang Han's hand away. Unexpectedly, Da Lang Han didn't give up. He hugged Qi Nian from behind. You doing this, isn't it? It's because of you, Ra. Your background makes it impossible for you to even step into the door. Ra, I've tried to make up for you. Why aren't you grateful? I never expected that Ra Lang Han could say such awful things. but his next words left you stunned. If you keep being rebellious and defiant, I won't accept that child, and it'll wear down all my pity for you. Pity. How could you stretch the distance between us? You can't seriously ask if I married you just out of pity? Ra Langhan gritted his teeth in anger and replied, if not, then what about you makes me not want to leave? Got it? Hearing this affirmation, you didn't know what words to use to respond to him. You laughed at yourself for loving Ra Langhan. You were full of wounds, but you still held on to hope for this relationship, thinking that him agreeing to marry you meant he had some feelings, but honestly, it was laughable. You laughed until you were shaking, but there was no hint of a smile in your eyes. Everything should have ended. Finally, you spoke up, saying you didn't need his pity and didn't want to force him to be with you. Tomorrow, we'll go to the civil affairs office to finalize the divorce. Maybe they are the couple with the shortest marriage time, right? Got the certificate one day and divorced the next. Ra Langhan thought you wanted to stir up trouble with the marriage, not that you wanted to end it. Wanting to divorce means you want to, right? Is it because he treated you too well that you felt free to act recklessly? You didn't want to have this issue with him. Give him a day to think about it. See you at the civil affairs office at 8 tomorrow morning. After saying that, you turned and left. Ra Langhan's eyes were bloodshot. How could you, Ki Nian, dare to let Ra Langhan easily let you go like that? He wanted to bring Ki Nian back to the Ra family, wanted Ki Nian to take care of Cam Due. Ki Nian felt he couldn't understand Ra Langhan's ridiculous reasoning anymore. He didn't understand human language. How could Ra Langhan continue saying that you didn't feel that this marriage had no status? I won't let you into the Ra family. How is Cam Due's health recently? This is your chance to show yourself. Once the heir issue is resolved, you can officially become the young mistress of the Ra family. Ki Nian directly swatted Ra Langhan's hand away, saying it didn't need to be so complicated. After we divorce, you and Cam Due can get married. You can raise your child. I have no habit of raising someone else's kid. You turned and walked up the stairs, assuring Ra Langhan that you wouldn't interfere with his marriage and would directly disappear from his life. Ra Langhan was unwilling. He thought he had done so much for Ki Nian, bearing so much pressure. Turning around and walking up the stairs, he assured Da Langhan that he wouldn't obstruct his marriage and would directly disappear from his life, just so you could become the young mistress of the Ra family and did everything for you. Yet Ki Nian responded to him with this disdainful attitude. How could Ra Langhan do so much and still not be tired of it? Ki Nian glanced at him. You didn't want to explain anymore. Let him think whatever he wants. But what about the divorce that Ra Langhan reserved for Ki Nian? It was using friends to force you to obey, bringing you back to the Ra family. To hear his parents insult you, wanting Ki Nian to take care of his fiancée and his illegitimate child. Ra Langhan thought he was being noble, using the excuse that he did everything. To hear his parents insult him, wanting Ki Nian to take care of his fiancée and his illegitimate child. Da Langhan thinks that what he's doing is noble, using the excuse that he's doing it all for him. It's all because of Qi Nian wanting to be defended, but he never actually asked what Qi Nian wanted. After Qi Nian firmly wanted to break up, Han Lang couldn't hold back his anger, directly pushing him down to the ground, ignoring Qi Nian's injuries. Han Lang mercilessly grabbed his neck, threatening him to be honest. Qi Nian wanted to resist, but Han Lang spoke up to intimidate him. Just obediently follow the path I've arranged. I know you don't care about your own life, but don't forget, for me, killing Thin Dui Than and Hot and Win is as easy as squashing an ant. Qi Nian trembled as he looked at him. Even if he didn't care about himself or his family, he absolutely couldn't let his friends face danger because of him. Qi Nian clenched his fists, trying to calm himself down. You can't let your friends face danger because of you. Qi Nian clenches his fists, trying to keep himself calm. Han Lang reached out to gently pat Qi Nian's cheek, reminding him, we're married now, so be a little obedient. Don't provoke me. Everything that belongs to you, I will let you see the state of your body, covered in wounds, yet still so stubborn. Han Lang felt a surge of emotion for him. He found Qi Nian's body incredibly attractive, making him unable to resist wanting to hold him, wanting to kiss him. He finds Qi Nian's body incredibly attractive, making him unable to resist wanting to hug him, wanting to kiss him. Han Lang reached out to caress Qi Nian's neck, finally unable to control himself, and pulled Qi Nian tightly into his embrace. If he could, he really wanted to mark him right now so that he would forever belong to him alone, but in his heart if he could, he really wanted to mark him right now so that he would forever belong to him, but right now there were more important things to do. Han Lang assured, Nian Nian, I will mark you very soon. We will have our own future. Once the baby is born, the people of the Han family will definitely acknowledge you. So, listen to me. First return to the Han family home, take care of Cam Due, at least show a little in front of my parents. I want to mark you. We will have our own future, waiting for our child to be born, and the Dat family will definitely recognize you. So, listen to me. First go back to the Dat family home, take care of Kam Due, at least show a little in front of my parents. They will definitely accept you. Qi Nian gritted his teeth and didn't respond to him, and soon, Han Lang took Qi Nian back to the Han family home. Before entering the door, he reminded, "Be a little good at home, don't argue with the elders. With me here, they won't make things difficult for you." But as soon as he finished speaking, he heard the angry voice of, "Here, I won't let them make things difficult for you." But as soon as he finished speaking, he heard an angry voice. Old Man Han rang out, "Who allowed you to bring him back?" Old Man Han looked down on Qi Nian with disdain. Someone like him wasn't worthy of stepping into the Han family, telling him to get lost. Qi Nian's expression turned cold, trying to hold back his anger. "You don't deserve to step into the Data family, tell it to get lost." Qi Nian's gaze turned cold, trying to hold back his anger. He was threatened by Han Lang, so he couldn't confront him directly. Thus Qi Nian pretended to be pitiful and tugged at Han Lang's shirt, softly saying, "I want to go back." Seeing his eyes like a bullied little bunny, Han Lang's heart softened. Then, unexpectedly, Qi Nian spoke to him in such a dependent tone, whispered to Da Lang Han, "I want to go back," looking at his eyes like a poor little bunny being bullied. Da Lang Han's heart softened. Then unexpectedly, Qi Nian used a tone of reliance like that. Han Lang immediately reached out to shield Qi Nian, seriously saying to his father, "Dad, I brought Nian Nian back." At this moment, Kam Due and Madame Han also heard the commotion and hurriedly came out. "You brought Nian Nian back here." At this moment, Kam Due and Da Funyan also heard the commotion and rushed out. Madame Han unhappily asked, Han, why did you bring him back here?" Han Lang replied nonchalantly, "Mom, I thought since Kam Due is newly pregnant and I don't have time to take care of her, I let Nian Nian stay to help me take care of her and the baby." Hearing this, Madame Han got angry. "He's an alpha. Your fiancé is in your care." Han Lang, "What are you freaking out about?" Han Lang pulled Qi Nian's hand, raised it up and declared, "Nian Nian and I are already married, and I've also taken the transition medication. Stay here to help take care of him and the baby." Hearing this, Da Funyan got angry. "He's an alpha, you should take care of your fiancé." Da Lang Han, "What are you freaking out about?" Da Lang Han grabbed Qi Nian's hand and boldly declared, "Qi Nian and I are already married, and I've also taken the transition medication. If you change for her, she'll turn into an Omega soon enough." Hearing this, Kam was shocked and couldn't believe it. She asked again, "Wait, are you saying that you and Qi Nian are already married?" Da Lang Han didn't want to hide it anymore. He confirmed that they had received the marriage registration a few days ago. This hadn't been announced publicly yet, and Kam looked so pitiful, turning to Da Lang Han and asking, "So, our engagement isn't over yet?" His words shifted attention to Da Punyan. With teary eyes, he expressed how understanding he was, saying, "Aunt, I should really go back. I shouldn't stay here. The person who's pregnant with your grandchild is suffering, right? Da Funyan can let it go," she comforted. Kam saying, "Little Due, don't overthink it. The one who should leave isn't you, but him." Da Lao Gia also stood by Kam's side, criticizing Qi Nian and calling him scheming. In the past, he had tried to use money to separate Da Lang Han and Qi Nian, but failed, thinking that the kid was sincere. Little did he know, what he aimed for was the position of the future lady of the Da family. Seeing Da Lang Han's parents on his side, the green tea was even more dramatic, using the reputation of both the Kam and Da families as an excuse. "Aunt, given the situation, if I stay here and someone sees me, the reputation of both families will be affected. I should really leave." Da Funyan felt heartbroken by his weak, understanding demeanor, quickly assuring him, "Don't worry, my husband and I only recognize you as the future lady of the Da family." After saying that, she turned to scold Da Lang Han. "You brat, why aren't you persuading little Due? He's a hero of the Da family. How could you treat him like this?" She pulled Da Lang Han in front of Kam, wanting to get justice for him. Da Lang Han didn't want Kam to leave either. The air he needed was still in Kam's belly. No one was kicking him out. Qi Nian wasn't petty. He could come to her whenever he needed something, but Da Lao Jia wouldn't let this slide. He stormed up to Qi Nian, ordering, "Your marriage shouldn't be announced until the heir is born. Be honest with me." Da Lang Han was at Kam's side, quickly stepping in front of him, and Qi Nian assured, "I know, I have no intention of announcing the marriage." Hearing this, she turned to scold Da Lang Han. "You rude boy, you should hurry and advise Tio Due. He's a hero of the Da family. Why are you treating him like this?" She pulled Da Lang Han in front of Kam Due, wanting to demand justice for him. "Why treat him like that?" She pulled Da Lang Han in front of Kam, wanting to get justice for him. Da Lang Han didn't want Kam Due to leave either. The air he needed was still in his belly. No one is chasing you away. Kinyan isn't petty. If you need anything in the future, just come find him. But Dalao Gia can't let this go. Kinyan is not a petty person. If you need anything later, just come find him. But Dalao Gia can't let this go. He stormed up to Kinyan and ordered, "Your marriage cannot be announced until the heir is born. Be honest with me." Dalang Han was at Kamdue's side, quickly stepping in front of him. "Be honest with me." Dalang Han was at Cam's place, quickly stepping in front to block. Kinyan assured, "I know. I have no intention of announcing the marriage." Hearing these words,